And welcome back to the We'll Take It From Here podcast. Another week, another episode. However, first, we are going to bring you our show's sponsor, because this episode is brought to you by Honest Supplements. Now, Joe, what's Honest Supplements? Well, let me tell you. In a world that is plagued by new illness outbreak every other day, it's important to keep your body performing at its best with the right vitamins and supplements. However, these products can get expensive, especially with rising prices all around us. Honest Supplements has resolved that problem. They mark up all products by just $1, saving their members an average of 50% per product. Yes, that means that the protein you're paying $60 for is only $30 on their website. They have everything from vitamins, sports supplements, recovery, weight loss, CBD, and so much more. It costs just $10 a month or $99 for the entire year to join the Honest Supplements Club. Timmy and I are both members and can advocate for the amount of money that you will save. And do we also mention that all products are third-party lab tested? Because that's the only true way to prove vitamins and supplements actually contain the ingredients that they claim. Don't wait. Go to Honest Supplements right now to join today and start taking better care of your health. And it's right. If you train jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, or just in the gym, you better be taking Honest Supplements. So go to their website, guys. All right. Now it's time for the show. Back, folks. We'll take it from here with Joe and Timmy. Episode 197. As you can see, there's more stuff that's being done. Each episode, we're bringing you more to the studio / shed converted to studio. We're going to see how many.
It's been a long evening.
Timmy-tisms.
Teetering on the tism with Timmy.
Teetering on the tism with Timmy's we can go through. Yeah. I don't know.
My coworker loved that.
Bro, that was perfect. It was a perfect ending to last week's episode. If you haven't listened to last week's episode, you definitely should.
And if you want to know what we're talking about, just listen to the last 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It's worth it.
No,
we're gonna clip it.
But we're gonna clip it. But it definitely, we didn't ingest any Tylenol before then. Anyway,
no, it was 30 years ago and I didn't.
No, man. Oh, fuck, folks. Bear with us as we go. I keep saying this, bear with us, because the audio and the video is good. We're starting to zoom in on the speakers. A lot of shit's coming through. We're going to get more cameras, yada, yada, all the good stuff.
We're trying software. We're trying to get this little dialed in right now. But
yeah, but
some growing pains.
It's fun. It's fun. This means that we're growing, means that the podcast is growing, and it's going to expand. So we're good. Fuck, bro. How was your week to this week?
It was, dude, I thought someone was coming to pick up the truck on Sunday.
Dude,
I got
this
so
the
excited.
Infinite story.
Dude, it doesn't fucking end.
Love this.
Dude, it happened again today. Dude, this guy calls me Saturday night. Yo, I'll give you this much money, cash, tomorrow. I'm like, if you come tomorrow, yes. Talk to the guy 20 minutes on the phone. What about this? What about this? I have all this. I have all the records. I have all the parts. I have all the extra parts. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, yeah. Well, if I have any more questions, I'll text you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Text him twice on Sunday. He never showed up.
What do you think people do that? I think
he was just a tire kicker. He didn't expect me to say yes to that price.
Bro, I can't stand people who will say shit like that. Like they waste your time.
Yeah.
That shit bothers me.
So here's the thing. That guy was in his early 40s, and he sold his Tundra and regretted it, so he wanted to buy a new one. I'm like, okay. Dude, this has been half the people have messaged me about my truck. And then again today, I had it listed again on eBay, didn't sell. But someone messaged me. He's like, dude, I'm serious about it. Do you have pictures and all this stuff? So I went out of my way and did every fucking thing he wanted, and then just never responded back.
Dude, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a little weird.
If you're interested, okay. If you're not interested, then don't fucking make me jump through hoops for all this extra shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. He's like, I appreciate the quick response and the transparency. I'm like, yeah, this is how I want someone to be when I'm buying something from them. Show me everything. Show me your dirty laundry.
Yeah,
Don't try to fucking be a sleazeball about it,
dude. That it's almost like it's a societal thing where we've gotten to a point where you just don't trust anyone anymore. Yeah. And when you go through, whether it's professional, like public or private sale, you always are like on the guard. Yeah. Like, what's this person fucking me with? What are they trying to get out of me? What are they trying to jip me off for? Why can't it just be like, hey, this is what they say it is, and I'll buy it, and they're being honest. I don't understand. It actually bothers me. It's something I actually have been thinking about, is how the human psyche is to always, and this isn't how it's supposed to be, but we always just assume the worst and then we wonder why we're always stressed and have high anxiety, but we always just bring out the worst in situations, and then that gets reflected back to us. I don't know where it started. I don't know. It's natural, right? It happens as you go and through your experiences, but it really bothers the fuck out of me that you can't just have a normal conversation without thinking about what the other person's trying to get out of you. You know what I mean? And it's not with everyone. It's mostly in business or transactional. It really pisses me off. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the thing is too is it does happen with friends. So like you do have to. I mean, we're getting older, right? We're in the 30s. Like in your 20s, you're making friends with everyone, and then in your late 20s and 30s, you start leaning out your friend group.
You do,
and like, not saying all your old friends suck, or that they're bad people, or that they're selfish or transactional friendships. But some you just outgrow. Like my friends from high school, I still fucking talk to them all the time. But like they all still hang out together. We just we moved on, different phases of our life. But like, there's some friends like I just cut off because fuck you, you suck.
Doesn't it really suck when you have a friend group that at first everything seems good, and then it is, and then something happens and like it just rubs you the wrong way. Maybe they screw you over. Maybe they weren't as supportive or on you, like in your corner as you thought they were. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the transactional friendship.
Yeah.
They're only there when it benefits them.
Yeah, yes, but also at the same time, it is only benefits them when they are when they're there when it benefits them. But sometimes like it can grow into that. It's a genuine friendship at first, and then bullshit happens. I don't know, man. It's weird. I feel like with those types of things in life, you either gotta fix it if you want to, or like you say, just throw it to the side. You know what I mean?
Well. Every person's different, right? There's certain friends that you're gonna allow them more opportunities to make mistakes, right? And then other friends are like, dude, fuck you. I don't know you that well enough, or I don't trust you well enough to give you the opportunity to keep fucking up. Yeah. Like one of my friends, he has like, dude, one of my friends I play Call of Duty with, one of his good friends from home, when they play Call of Duty together, I cannot. They're on the same wavelength. It's creepy. They don't speak, but they know each other what they're doing. I can't do it, and it's funny though because his friend from home is kind of neurotic. I don't even know how to describe this guy, but like he's a very distinct kind of personality. You have friends that you just like that. Oh yeah, that's that person. That's just what he does. Yeah. But like, there's that friend that you're like, oh, that guy, he jumped off the bridge. That's what he does. I don't know. He's weird. He does crazy, outrageous shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy fucking, got 50, like, Billy. Billy just gets girls' numbers. That's what he does. What did he say? He was a black belt in I forget what he said.
What's up, Billy? What did he say? He said, I'm a black belt. No,
I'm a master at picking up seduction.
Master seduction.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what Billy likes to do. Fucking climb tall buildings, pick up girls in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, literally.
So that there's those friends, right? That like, oh yeah, that's just who they are. Like, I expect them to be that outrageous or like always a dick or just always extremely sarcastic. Like I have a coworker. He will set up a joke in any situation,
bro. Does it ever get to a point where you have someone that whether they're friends or acquaintances, and like you could take jokes, right?
Yeah.
You bust you dish it, you take it, right? Yeah. Does it ever get to a point, and it does for me, where it's like, my God, bro, this is too much sarcasm.
Dude,
like
everything you need to turn
is
it
sarcastic.
off.
Oh my God, I can't fucking take that, dude.
So there's an expression I use all the time, and I probably shouldn't use it all the time. I should moderate it. And it's called moderation and everything, including moderation. Dude, I cannot help myself with dad jokes. This is the perfect example of me not being able to control myself with dad jokes. I do it anytime I can. But those people, right, that are always in that mode, it's like, that's fine. And like the one of my coworkers, he can turn it off. There's the situation where you're like, oh no, this is not the time and place. But like, okay, when it's time and place with your friends, you don't always have to fucking do it.
Yeah, no.
You know, like it gets tiring. Like, I don't fucking care. Dude, it's 7:00 in the morning. Just shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to hear sarcasm.
No, you know what's fucking crazy too? I've actually, it's funny. We talk about how we look at our friends and other people.
Yeah.
But the real reflection is when you look at yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And I know.
Well, that's the only reflection.
Yeah. No. Seriously. Like, how many times can you look at, and for you at home, how many times can you look at yourself and been like, wow, maybe I'm being the asshole. Wow, maybe I'm being a little bit too much. Because I know sometimes I am a little too much. Like,
dude, every time after we're done working on this shit, I'm like, oh, I was such a dick.
No, but see, it doesn't matter.
Dude, no. I am being a dick. I get so frustrated, and that is like the biggest thing, dude. I'm sure you know, coming from Italian household, when we get frustrated, Italians, when we get frustrated, it gets fucking loud,
dude,
and we get sharp.
You haven't been bad, but I can tell when you're stressing.
Yeah,
with the shed, but at the same time, and you're good, folks. He's good, but at the same time,
I'm not a complete asshole.
No. You're just
not calm.
I wouldn't say that you're an asshole as much. There are times you say abrasive things, but you're not belittling me. Yeah. You're not cursing me. It's, you know what you're doing. You're very meticulous and particular with how you're going to do your engineering. Yeah. I don't know shit for fuck when it comes to building. So I'm not trying to be in your way, but sometimes I know when I am and I move. Yeah. And
well, that's the toughest thing with the tism with Timmy. But seriously, this is one of the things I've struggled with my whole life, and I'm sure everyone's in the same boat. It's like, you have your way of thinking, and there's no way to know how anyone else thinks. Yeah. Unless you start interacting with people and you start to understand that. But even then, you just understand what they do from your perspective. You never really get to understand how people think. So my thought process on it just makes sense to me. It's like you ever do something at work and you fix a process, or you fix something that everyone just did wrong. You're like, dude, that was completely obvious. Why? I don't know. Sales is different, but
no, it's not different because there's a saying in sales. It's not a saying.
Sorry, this is the ignorance stuff. I don't know how the sales works because I don't do it. That's not how I work. So
I wouldn't say there's a saying, but it's there are so many times where you're explaining something and you're relating it to the customer, and it makes sense. They're giving you the information. It makes sense to you, from your perspective. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense for them, and they don't buy. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? This, you just told me all this makes sense, but you didn't do a good job of putting yourself in their shoes. Yeah. So that's where the reflection comes in. Also, you said a good thing about perception. Dude, sometimes you have to really watch out with, not you, but people have to watch out about how they react to certain things.
I'm included. You can say you.
No, yeah. No. What I'm reflecting on recently is a lot of the times I'm looking at a situation and I know better not to make the wrong assumption. And sometimes it's this person didn't do this or did this. What the fuck are they mad at me? Sometimes they're going through their own shit. Yeah. And they don't even notice.
98% of the time, it's their own shit.
It's their own shit. And also, I say sometimes one more fucking time in that 1 minute, I think I said it 20 times.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Moderation.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? No, but people, you will really go through, and people will be going through something. Yeah. But you're not looking at it from that way. And it's not, I'm not criticizing. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it.
Yeah, but that's the growth there, though.
Yeah,
right. Coming from being a kid, whatever. I'm gonna say kid, but it's a growing phase at someone's life. Is going from I made a mistake and I'm freaking out about it, versus I made a mistake. Okay, how can I improve and move forward from it? Yeah, and not dwell on it.
And you want to know half the time that you're if you just like forgive yourself,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, forgive yourself if you fucking didn't do something horrible, right? Like if you didn't fucking fuck up. Like I'm talking about like you missed.
But still, in any situation, I think forgiveness is even if you did something really fucked up, right? You should forgive yourself because where you were in that state, right? This forgiveness, like here, this is not what probably most people think forgiveness is. It's not like, oh, you killed someone, okay, whatever, don't worry about it. That's not forgiveness. No. Forgiveness is like, yeah, I understand. You were not in a good spot at that point, and you made a mistake. That's okay. You made a mistake. Let's move forward.
Yeah. Like, like move on for your own peace. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
but like forgiving the person doesn't mean that like they just can like you're just rolling over and just taking it. It's not the same thing.
And that's another thing too that like if we go back to the Charlie Kirk thing where Erica Kirk was like, I forgive him. And when I first heard that, and it made sense. Like the forgiveness is for the person. For her to move on. It's not for them because. God forbid that were me and it were my wife. I would be like, no, whoever did it, whoever's responsible, whoever, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to suffer. That's what I would say, right? But sure, I could see how the forgiveness would be to try to move on. I could see that. So, fuck it. I don't know. That's good stuff, man. I've been really contemplating this. I've been going through a growth stage. Everyone is. It's not just me, but I've been. I don't know, man.
We're still both pretty short. This is the joke that doesn't need to be there.
No, but I mean, it's a good joke though.
Yeah.
It's well.
We're short Italians.
It's well timed. Yeah, it's well placed. You should be a comic.
I always wanted to, but I know. Well, wait, I'll leave that for Tiz.
Tiziana.
Tism with Tiz.
Tism with Timmy. No, you're not.
My God, her and I doing the duo episode is just tisms.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm roping you in on this, Tiz.
Yeah, Tiz. I don't think you have autism.
No, I think it's more me. But your name just rolls with it. You're the comic relief for the tism coming out of me,
dude. Legitimately.
Anyway, back to your point.
No,
you said going through a growth phase.
No, just going through a growth phase of like not contemplating, reflecting, and it's like it's not. It's
important.
It really allows me to just ditch a lot of things. Like I do forgive myself in some areas, and I'm letting go, and I'm basically shedding.
Yeah,
metaphorically, spiritually shedding a lot of bullshit. But it's like, it's awesome because you really start to realize how fake all of those fears were.
Yeah. Dude, I like that analogy. You're shedding.
Really? You're shedding?
Yeah.
And dude, it's crazy. Some people do it when they're young. Some people do it in their 20s, 30s. Hell, when I'm doing it now, I bet you I'll be doing it again in another 5-10 years. It's continuous.
It's constant battle. Constant improvement.
Here's one thing. Some people never shed.
No.
Literally, some people will never shed. Not that they don't change. They never get better in...
I mean, it's a stereotypical thing is that, like, the high school football player who was a quarterback and then, like, never leaves town and just, like, dwells? No. Just leans on that senior year of high school and then he, like, can't grow out of it and he's just always just, like, that was his peak of life.
Dude, I can't even...
That's a stereotype. I think it's less now with how big college is.
Yeah.
But it's still there. I think it's still prevalent.
Good thing you brought up. When I graduated high school and I went into college, right? Bro, I thought like you think like all the high school drama goes away.
No, it gets worse.
You just get older. Yeah. And then you see all the same bullshit. And then you graduate from college, you're like, oh, I'm in the working world. There can't be any drama here. Psych.
It's the worst.
What?
Because the worst is you can't, like, you have that person, right? The person that makes a joke all the time. Oh, you joking back with me? Yeah. That was too far. Relax, dude. Why are you getting all pissed off? It's like, and then, like, you get the drama makers at work who just find everything to cause an issue. Yeah, it's worse because there's rules you have to follow and shit. Yeah. You can't punch them in the face at the flagpole.
No, you can't. That's why we do martial arts. So you can spar and choke your friends.
I always wanted to get in a disagreement. No, let me rephrase this. I don't want to get in a disagreement at work, but if I ever got in a disagreement at work, I just want to go to them. Let's go down the street and sign the waiver.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's fucking go.
Dude, like it's
let's go. I'll stop if you tap.
Why not?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with him.
Yeah.
Especially when he's
I can't do that to Scott, though.
No, Scott's
dude, that dude will just run circles around me. Especially now, I haven't been training as much. I saw him this week at work, and he's like, "You ever gonna come back to training?" I was like, "I do train. I just not like you."
He goes like 9 times a week. God bless him,
dude. Anyway, growth, man. Any lessons you've taken away from the growth?
Yeah, is stop beating myself up. A lot of the shit.
I thought you gotta go somewhere the other direction.
Nah, I'm not beating myself off. I see. I said it, bro. I'm not gonna. No, just not beat myself up, dude.
Dude, that's key. Everyone does it, right? I'm not going down that. That's too.
Why not?
It's too personal to go down on this.
No worries.
Yeah.
I won't.
Go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. No, but it really is like to a point where you start to realize that a lot of the times you're putting a lot of unnecessary pressure and unnecessary fear of things that aren't even happening. The only reason why they're still prevalent in you is because you're keeping them there.
You're feeding
they
it.
don't exist.
You're feeding it.
And then, as we know, what we talk about, right? I talk about like manifestation, right? Manifestation is just experience.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So if you do get to a point where you can't control those negative emotions and those fears in some way, shape, or form, whether it's the exact fear or in some way, it becomes a reality.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I'm learning is how to control that, because everything is literally just a reflection of how you are feeling inside. Yeah. It's crazy. And that's the biggest lesson. The biggest lesson I'm learning is every time something starts to worry me, I shut it off and I'm like, wait a second, this isn't even happening.
Yeah.
This happened 5 years ago. That happened a year ago. That happened 5 months ago. It doesn't exist in me anymore. And I just let it go.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. So, like, the conversation back to it, Sunday, I thought the truck was sold. I was getting excited that it didn't sell. And then I was more stressed than on Thursday when I had no bites on the truck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, fuck. Like, that money was already spent.
Yeah.
Paying off bills and all this shit. Like, already spent. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, so, like, I didn't get the money I wanted. So, it's not like anything changed. But to me, like, I lost money there.
Yeah.
And like, dude, the beginning of this week, I was in a bad spot, like just stressing about everything. Like I have the subdivision going on, so like, and that's getting pushed back until December now. So like, there's just like a whole bunch of things accruing, and like, I'm in the huge growth phase in life right now, right? There's just in the next 3 months, I got so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have a vacation coming up right in the middle of the holidays, right before the holidays, and in the thick of it all. So, but it's like in this phase of my life of what's going on right now, like talking with my wife, it's, hey, the next 3 months, this is going to be a real tough 3 months, and it's not like, and this is the thing I try to remind myself, the next 3 months for me is fucking a dream for someone else. You know, like, it's like what I'm going through isn't that fucking crazy. It's not that hard. It's not that miserable. I'm not sick. I'm not dealing with a sick dog, a sick kid, a sick parent. I'm not dealing with any of that. I'm not dealing with, like, I'm not even dealing with a hurt back anymore. Shout out to Physio Pros. Like, I get to go surfing tomorrow morning in the thick of all the shit I'm going through, right? So I'm trying to remain grounded and having gratitude. And it's almost like, the stress has pulled you back in. Like, yeah, you have gratitude, but this shit you need to worry about. You need to worry about this shit. It's like, yeah, I am worried about it, but I don't need to fucking only worry about that. I have other stuff going on. I don't need to dwell on that. Yeah, you know. And like, what does worrying mean? It's just like have the understanding of what's going on and be prepared to deal with it. That's not necessarily worry, though. Worry is taking all that and then adding negative emotions to it.
Yeah. And think about it too. Everything that you need to get done is going to get done.
Yeah.
It's just, it's going to get done. Right.
Even if you do nothing.
Yeah. It's going to
Something's
get done.
happening.
Something's happening. Yeah. Something's going to happen. You're going to get something done. Did we talk about like the ego mind trying to keep you safe, or was that a conversation that I had with someone else at work? Because I know I had it with someone at work, but I have it here.
I'm sure we've talked about it. We can go into more.
No, but it's like what the ego does is when you have a past experience and that's been living your entire life. So a lot of people have like anxiety or whatever.
Yeah.
When you have like a predisposition to something based off of your experiences, and that's the deep-rooted belief or what your subconscious accepted as true. When you start to change that, you start to shed, we'll call it whatever. I'm calling it shedding. That's not an actual term. When your ego, when like the actual conscious mind starts to bring all of your fears back, essentially what it's doing is it's trying to keep you safe.
Yeah.
It's trying to keep you. It's saying, hey, we're not used to this new way of thinking. We're used to this old way of thinking.
Yeah.
So we need to get back to this, right? Here's all those fears that you've always stressed about. Why are you trying to like change now? This is what you're used to. Scenario A. This scenario B, I don't know yet. Let's get back to this. And that's where your fears come up again. That's where shit starts to come up and you're like, oh, it's happening again. It's like, no, your responsibility at that point is to be like, show that gratitude. Be like, no, that's not me anymore. This is the new me. And take whatever action you need to take to get right back on the track of where you're going, right? That growth. And be grateful for it. Because here's another thing I've been learning. When my old fears come in, and they just come in the fears of intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't get angry anymore. I used to get angry. Like, why are you coming back, dude? Like, I have shed you. Like, why the fuck are you coming back? I don't need you. You don't serve me. Now I go, thank you.
Thanks for the reminder where I've come from.
Yeah, I go,
how
thanks.
far I've come.
How far I've come. And I go, no. Thank you. I know what I need to just let go of again. I still have that a little rooted. Okay. Thank you. You're not real. Goodbye. And that's what I'm learning.
Yeah.
It's tough though. It's tough.
Yeah. It's not easy.
No.
Oh fuck! I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't remember what I was gonna say. There's a point I was going off of what you were saying there.
Talking about.
Yeah, I remember. So I sent you the clip too. I think earlier this week. We brought this up, and I think we had a bit of a disagreement on this point. I sent you the clip about like when you're going through the phase of like the next chapter of your life, you're moving past big obstacles.
Is it me? Explain it. Sorry.
Right. So like if you're trying to work through whatever, you're going to be gifted X amount more challenges in that next growth phase. It's like the boss in the end of each level of Mario or something. Like it's like you have the full level, and at the end, it's like the hardest, and it's like the full test. And like life throws those tests at you to make sure that you're ready to move past it.
Yes, we did talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay, we did talk about this. Yes. They do the test, and then your job is to beat the test by knowing what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
What I was disagreeing is I'm saying that the reason the test, like, no one's testing you but you.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
You're being tested by your prior experiences. And, like, the reason why I try not to use the word test, even though it's such a societal thing, it's because you then will bring more. You'll bring more. No, but I know what you're saying, and it was the point you made is great. It is very true. The next time that something comes up like that, you have one or two options, and I'm going to tell you this, motherfucker. As much as I want to say, "Oh, I'm not being tested," there have been some times recently where something came up. It was a test, and I failed. And then I got really angry at myself and was like, see, dude, you're not learning. And I finally learned. And then another small little test came up, even though I don't want to be tested anymore. God, I don't want to be tested anymore. With this specific thing, it came up again. And I was like, and while the person was saying it to me, I was like, I knew it. I was like, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
I was like, that means nothing to me. And I was like, oh, I passed. But the reason why is because if you always focus on being tested, you're just gonna be tested.
Yeah,
that's what I mean by
like
you're
that.
testing yourself.
Don't focus on the test.
Yeah, like
so I think the takeaway of this is the goal is to recognize what's happening. But don't focus on like, oh, I need to make sure I hit this test. You know, like if you're constantly looking for the test, you're missing the point, and you're not actually going through a test.
Just like if you're constantly looking for some sort of sign.
It's like you're in flow state, and then you realize you're in flow state. Now you're no longer in flow state.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, I'm in flow state.
Exactly.
You can't think. You can't. It's like, even though I said you acknowledge what's going on in the state of it, acknowledging that you're being tested, but looking for the test. If you're looking for being in flow state, you're going to get them out of it.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to even get to flow state.
Yeah. And also like with regards to not only that, like when you're looking for signs, like you have a result in your mind, and that's the end goal.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get signs of it happening to other people. stuff similar to that happening to you. And it's okay to recognize them. But if you're constantly seeking that and constantly doing that, all you're going to do is just bring about more signs. Just focus on the result. Focus on that end result. That's all you got to focus on. And then when the tests come up, pass them. Yeah, I don't know. It was good.
I find it hilarious too because before we hit record, we're both like, "What are we going to talk about?"
Dude,
it's a good 10 minutes of us going back and forth.
What we're going to do it.
Fucking on Gronk. Like, what are we talking about? And then
Gronk was
fuck it. Let's hit record.
Yeah, fuck it. See, that's the thing.
Apparently, we have the superpower of recording.
What the fuck did we talk about 2 episodes ago about AI? No, I'm not going to shit on everything about AI, about how we are the intelligence, not like we as humans through God are the intelligence, right? We went on Gronk. This is the first time we've ever been on Gronk to see what we're going to talk about. He gave some fucking...
It was garbage answers.
Garbage answers. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Let's record. And guess what? We had a pretty sick conversation about growth and all that shit. Yeah. Pretty sick. See, it's always better to just be natural. Be yourself. That's what this show is about, folks.
You're natural. Joe,
natural.
Don't do the lip injections, please.
Yeah, I won't. I was doing my Brazilian butt lifts. BBLs. Folks, be authentic. One thing that we like to do is we try to be as authentic as possible on the show. You're going to get our fucking opinions. You're going to get our views. You're going to get the views of our guests. You're going to get their stories. And I'm making shit up. I'm not going to fucking bend the knee for anyone. The only rule we have on the show, just in case you ever come on, we don't talk about what you don't want to talk about. So if there's any, like similar to what Timmy just did, is like, it's a little too personal. I'm not going to dig. So if you want to come on, that's the only rule. Try to be authentic. Be yourself. Learn how to reflect. And even when that shit happens, it's so easy when you're in life. You think about it now, and I'm talking about it now. And then tomorrow, I easily could fall back into one of the traps. I easily could fucking look at something in a way that I'm looking at it, and it's completely incorrect in the concept of the thing. It's just my perspective of it. It's now my responsibility to bring myself back. It is a daily thing. The mindset thing's a daily thing. It's a lifelong thing. It's something that you just got to constantly be aware of. You're going to slip up. We're all human. You're going to slip up. But just try to be aware of what you're doing, what others are doing, and control. Like everyone, I love this. You control what you can control. What I'm starting to learn is when you want an outcome, you can control how you're viewing that outcome. That's what I've also learned. So yeah, you can't control what someone's going to do. I can control how that person shows up to me. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm going to focus on the negatives, they're going to show up. Those negatives and that person's going to show up. And if I focus on the positives, damn well they're going to show up.
Yeah.
So you can control this. Folks, that's what I'm saying. Anyway.
The only thing you can control is your thoughts.
Yeah, only thing you can control is really your thoughts. And those are actually...
You can't control your heartbeat. You can barely control your breathing.
No, literally. That's all the subconscious.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that I think this world was never taught purposely, was the power of this mind here and your minds and your thoughts. They're more powerful than you think, whether you believe it or not. And I believe that was hidden from us because we are easier to control when you don't know your true power. You have anything?
I think you said it. Perfect.
Folks, that's it. Episode 197. We're going to get, once this is all done and closer to done, we're going to get we want more of you guys back on the show. We've got some people and lists of guests that we want to come on. And folks, I'm going to say this one more time. If we ask you to come on and you genuinely don't want to come on because it's not your thing, great. If your excuse to not come on is that you're boring, I'm going to make fun of you. I love you, but I'm going to make fun of you. You don't know how many times people have thought they were going to be boring as shit, and then they have a 45-minute segment on their episode of something incredible that no one's ever
My favorite
heard
episode
about.
Is Frankie coming on. He's like, dude, no one wants to hear me talk. And it's like, dude, that was one of the best episodes we've done.
He's telling his whole story about how he went to coffee from Scotland all the way. I think he went to Africa, right? Or he was telling us about the history of Africa.
Was it India or Africa?
Oh, no, I thought it was the Ethiopia, right? With the coffee.
He went all there for coffee. Oh, yeah.
It's great stuff. Folks, control your mind, control your reactions, control your perceptions, and just know that at some point, you're going to remember this, you're going to fuck up. Give yourself some grace.
That's life.
Episode 197. We love you. See you next week.